What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy J Ru and
Kungfu.
And I gotta put my shades back on. It's so bright in here, dog. So bright in here.
Yes, sir. The lights.
You know, we gotta give it up. But anyways, listen, we got a lot to unpack here today, folks. It's a big show. We got about an hour.
A lot, probably spoilers. Gonna be in this.
Yeah, some spoilers for some shows. We're gonna forego some of the fantasy stuff probably till next episode. So we're not gonna talk about Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings yet. But right now we're just gonna concentrate on superheroes. I guess is the best way to put it. So
pretty much, yeah.
Let's get the bad out of the way. I mean, it's still good for me because I know my acceptance letter is probably in the mail now at this point.
True.
Warner Brothers, excuse me. Warner Brothers has basically lost its talking points with their, I guess, alleged Kevin Feige of the DC universe.
Pretty much, yeah.
Extended universe for them, Mr. Dan Lin. So he is not going to be taking the position. So it's back to the drawing board for DC.
It's still open.
So I'm a little sick, but DC, I'm ready. It's not Corona, I promise. I'm pop this cough drop real quick.
Yeah. If it's the vid, I would call that too. So it ain't the vid.
It ain't the vid. It ain't not the vid. So, but yeah. So I mean, part of me kind of is a little bit excited for this. I just don't think that he was the right fit for them, to be quite honest. He did have some really good credentials to help in that aspect for Warner Brothers, but yeah, I just don't think that it was the right fit. So kudos to Dan for sticking to his guns and not taking the money.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, hey, $80,000 a year, I'm good to go right here. Good to go.
And honestly, at this point, who is the guy or girl for that role? That's the.
You know, they tried it with Jeff Johns. It didn't work. Who was an actual, some of the audience out there might know who Jeff Johns is, but he's a comic book writer for DC, one of the heads of DC. Somebody that I think they could probably take the role would be, could be Jim Lee if they want to get somebody from DC. Jim Lee would be a great fit. Hell, they're not even making any CW shows anymore, so they might as well just bring the guy from there. I mean, he was killing it for a long time. We had Arrow for 9 seasons. We had Flash for almost 9 seasons, and this is going to be his final season.
So yeah, they I think talked to him, but I think a lot of people worry with him is that yes, he did a lot of good with the whole Arrowverse and things like that, but then also the backside was what was the thing that was pretty bad? Crisis on Infinite, was it Infinite Earths or something? Or
that was actually really good.
No, it was the one after that. That was like the crossover, the last crossover. Because I don't think Infinite Earths was the last crossover.
I think that was their last crossover.
It was?
Yeah, because that was where they wrote out Stephen Amell from Arrow.
I thought they had one after that, another one.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I have not seen a CW show in quite some time.
Yeah.
I lost. I think during the whole coronavirus pandemic, when shows were just on hiatus, was the last time I saw The Flash. That was my go-to show on there. So, and I think that was with Bloodwork was the main villain in that one, and then Godspeed. So I don't even know what happened in that season. So I'm behind two seasons. So, and then this will be their last one. So, I don't know. I don't know what's in store for DC. I really hope they get it together. You and I just both watched the Black Adam trailer.
Yep.
It dropped about an hour ago this Thursday night. So it looks good. It looks entertaining.
We're still going to go see it,
Yeah, it is what it is at this point. But to me, it just seems like, okay, if you're going to drop Amanda Waller in there, have the same actress, the Justice Society, does this take place in the current DCEU? Is this outside of the DCEU? Is this going to be brought in with Flashpoint? Who knows? But at this point, I think.
And where's Shazam and all this? Like it has to fit. It has to all work at some point. So No one knows nothing.
Yeah, that's the real frustrating part
like,
about
no one knows nothing.
The DCEU is nobody knows nothing, and maybe that makes it exciting at the same point, because since we don't know nothing, you don't have really anything to go off of, and
exactly.
It makes it kind of like
set that bar low, baby, for DC, real low, like low. Sorry.
Should have got low. I know where you're going.
Yeah,
I got you.
Cool.
Boots with the fur.
That's right.
But now, getting out of the negative zone, and I think this is what's going to take us the most of the show today is, I don't know about you, but I'm enjoying She-Hulk, and I do not, for the life of me, understand the hate that is coming from it, and I'll explain why.
Okay.
I'm going to explain why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because you got cats like Soups on TikTok that have never read a comic book in their life, and they think that they know these characters like the back of their hand. And they don't.
Name drop. Name check.
Look, I don't like that cat. I just don't. This was the same guy that was 3 episodes in on Obi-Wan Kenobi saying, "Where's my flashbacks? Why aren't you doing any flashbacks?" And this, that. And then he literally had to turn off his comment section on TikTok and all his other social media platforms because he was getting blasted on. I'm like, listen, if you want to be, critique and have your opinion, you're all more than welcome to. You should all have your opinion.
Yeah.
But don't bash it.
True.
When the show really hasn't hit its stride. Because as we all, or at least we talked about this earlier today, it seems that with all the Disney Plus shows, episode 4
is always like...
It's always the gears start getting into motion,
yes,
and the story starts to propel itself.
Yes.
So the hate that She-Hulk is getting right now is beyond me. I absolutely love She-Hulk. I think it is hilarious. It is very true to the 80s sensational She-Hulk breaking the fourth wall before Deadpool. So get that out. That's another thing that people, well, that's a Deadpool thing. No, it's not. But getting these comments, even like the hate that the comic book would get back in the day for some of its risque covers or artwork and stuff like that. To me, totally fits in the dynamic of what the show is doing. Like, I told you this morning when we were at work that I literally, or not this morning, it was at lunch. I almost peed myself. I thought it was so funny, the fact that when she's like, "Oh, I bet you guys are so excited to see Wong again. Isn't he great?"
Oh,
it's like a Twitter shield. Oh my God, that was hilarious.
That shit was funny.
And that was the troll trolling the trolls.
Yes.
So
yeah, when I watched that, I heard that laugh like wow, wow, like, all right, we going there. Let's go there. All right, cool, let's go. We going there.
While I do love She-Hulk, I am waiting. I'm hoping that this 4th episode. Or was that episode 4?
That was episode 4.
That was episode 4. Okay. So, I'm hoping that it does start to pick up a little bit more. I think this episode 4, out of all the other ones, has not been the best out of all the Marvel or the, I guess you could say, Star Wars episode 4s. So, I'm interested to see. I know the whole Titania thing, which I'm hoping they get back on track with. I'm interested to know who the goat demon was.
So you saw the rumors?
Mephisto,
yep. Mephisto's confirmed. He's a goat.
And you know what? It could just be Marvel trolling us over the fact that everybody was hoping for Mephisto in WandaVision. Because Mephisto is not a goat by any means.
Of course. But so you saw at the end of the credits. You saw her sign the illustration. You saw how he looked like hold on. He got like the whole Jake name tag, kind of like your boy from State Farm. Name tag. And she sounded like
was that Jake from State Farm?
Yeah, was that Jake from State Farm or Mephisto? Which one is that? Which one are we going with?
Yeah. So.
But yeah, that was pretty funny.
It was nice to see the Wrecking Crew. A couple of
episode 3.
Episode 3. Yeah, at the end of episode 3, the C-listers. Well, I guess I keep them as C-listers. Some people might have them higher as villains within the Marvel comics, but It was cool to see them nonetheless. It was
Yeah.
really cool to see these villains.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say it. I enjoyed the twerking. I thought that was pretty. I thought that was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. When she told Megan Thee Stallion, I would kill for you. She's like, oh, back up.
Hold up, back up.
That shit was hilarious to me. And she's like, I would kill for you. I'm like, oh my god. But,
Yeah, I'm really enjoying She-Hulk. I think it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a breath of fresh air for.
It's definitely the new version of Ally McBeal superhero type deal. It's pretty much.
Yeah. Although I never was a fan of Ally McBeal in the 90s.
Now, I wouldn't mind if they brought in actual Ally McBeal, was it Clarissa Flockhart?
Yeah.
They actually bring her in like episode 9, a little cameo.
That would be cool.
That would be hilarious. They bring her in a little cameo. Hey, your next case, you're going against this person and it's her.
I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of a like Law and Order court scene.
Like dun dun.
Well, not even with the theme music, but an actual like real court scene, because it's always been kind of like tongue in cheek. Even like with episode 4 with Madison, it was like, here's the witness, she says her deal, and then that was it. Like, I would love to see something where they do either like a Law and Order or a My Cousin Vinny.
I didn't think about My Cousin Vinny.
Something that's kind of real, like dramatic. In the courtroom, but then something happens to break the tension. So I'm looking forward to something like that. But
that'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, this is great so far. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm the guy that stays up. We're in Texas to 2 a.m. to watch it. So I'm that guy. So I think it's pretty funny. The fourth wall breaker is amazing. It's great. Just the kind of the banter. Well, it's not really banter. I guess just the whole, you got Jennifer Walters and her PA, which pretty much is her best friend.
Yep.
They're kind of like best friend conversation piece and everything like that. That's great. If you have a best friend, you guys shoot the shit, talk about dumb things. You guys work together, kind of deal. So that's great conversation between those two. The little Easter eggs are just There wasn't that many in episode 4. Compared to like 2 or 3, it was real.
Other than like Hell with Mephisto, that was really.
So okay. So I saw. So I think it was on Nerdist. I think they already posted their episode 4, or was it Nerdist? It was somewhere. Okay, so if you guys watched episode 4, the book. The guy's reading on the couch, waiting for she to come back. Bad Feminist by Roxane Gray. Mm-hmm. Well, from what I remember, she was a writer for Marvel prior to writing that book. She's worked for Marvel. Mm-hmm. She actually wrote a couple comic books about either the Doja
Milaje.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And so I think they are taking her illustrations, her comic book that she did. So a lot of what you see in Wakanda Forever is going to be based off what she did. And that kind of it's a connection, pretty much.
Right.
So there's a connection between her and Marvel. And that's kind of
just like the license plates in Spider-Man are always reference to comic book issues. Yeah.
So that's kind of like a little connection. It's not really an Easter egg, it's more connection. Like her book was, backstory. She was from Marvel. Mm-hmm. She had stuff written for Marvel, for Black Panther, and that kind of deal. So that was pretty cool to see. And then also too, of course, every episode has a barcode. Did you catch it? The barcode of this episode. So on when she's on her profile, it gives like little links, and one of them was a barcode for a comic book. Because every episode has a barcode somewhere. Yeah. So that's where they placed it this time on her profile. Her hot match profile.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, that shit was hilarious. Because yes, back in the day before I was married, that kind of deal, I did the whole social media thing. When her phone goes off, no matches. why is there a notification for that? That was hilarious. Like, that's where they have it.
I don't have any comments for that. I've never had to go through that, but yeah, that was funny. I was like, why is there a notification for that? Right?
For no matches.
Nobody gets a notification for no text messages, right? It's just like, yeah, that's pretty funny. But no, I mean, She-Hulk's doing, I think, a fine job of giving us little Easter eggs and teasers. I mean, we got the Wolverine one, and was that episode 2?
Episode 2, yeah. So yes, episode 2 was Wolverine. It says man with claws, has bar fight. It's just Norse mythology. That's what it was. Norse mythology. Thor. They had the Air Iron Man 3s. What? Based off, of course, Air Jordans. And actually, episode 3 had a YouTube video of someone did the review for the Air Jordan, the Air Iron Man 3s. I'm like, I want me a pair of Iron Man 3s.
I mean, I tell you what, man. Like, if I could do things over again, I definitely would have gotten into film, because I think to me all the obviously like shooting and getting the the actors to perform and do their job, the writing part, but the extra stuff, the stuff that's in the background that you're like, hey, this is gonna go here, and people are like, what, why? And then when you see it, you're like, oh, like that to me is like you said, episode 3 had the Air Iron Man 3s, and then in episode 4 was the YouTube video in the background was just somebody doing a review that like probably nobody gets.
Yeah.
So that to me I think is awesome.
Yeah. And of course, was it episode 2? They had the one clerk inside the room. They had all the comic books. Yeah. So stuff like that. Yeah. Just the shit in the background, on these Marvel shows, especially She-Hulk, is pretty awesome. Yeah. Like you have to rewatch it and pay attention to what's going on in the background. Yep. Because every scene will have something there. You may not realize it, but after the second, third watch, you probably see something there. If you don't, the next scene after that will have something there, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's great.
Well, I'm calling it next episode. We're gonna see Matt Murdock. Yes. The fact that she got served in this episode.
She got served, babies.
For copyright. Oh, see, let's. To me, that was hilarious. Copyrighting your superhero name, right? Nobody does that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But the fact that somebody said...
Well, someone did.
Someone did. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, yeah, who copyrights their own superhero name, right? It's funny, but you never think of things like that. I think that's what makes the show clever.
And it's so meta because I remember back in the early 2000s where people, trolls and little assholes, whatever, would actually go online and go to like GoDaddy back in the day and pretty much, website, NBC.com, I'm going to get it before they do. NBA.com, I'm going to create it before they do.
People still do that today.
Oh, I know. But when it first came out, that was a huge back then. Now it's not so much, but back then it was like, we're going to get this shit now before everybody else does. And
people still have programs. Matter of fact, I had a buddy of mine that does that. I was like, dude, you're an asshole. He goes, it's so funny though. He goes, like, I'm not one of those guys that hold it for ransom. And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. But yeah, he literally just has a program running in the background that checks for domain names and if they're gonna, when they go out. And that's the whole. That's why a lot of they say, the rumor is why Facebook is changing to Meta was that happened. Remember back in like the spring when Facebook was down for like a whole day. Yeah. And nobody knew why. And then it comes back up. Well, the rumor was apparently that somebody bought their domain name because somebody forgot to renew it. Because you have to renew it for X amount of years.
I didn't think about that. Okay.
So, somebody probably had it for millions and millions of dollars.
High so.
And then they bought it and they just said, we're just going to change the name. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're off topic. There's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Who job was that to monitor that shit?
They got fired, bro.
Right. With the quickness.
Mark Zuckerberg came in and said, pack your shit.
You have one job. One job. One job.
You're fired. You're fired. Okay, that's fine. You can tell me I look like an alien now. You don't work here anymore, but you're fired.
Oh man.
But yeah, so I'm enjoying She-Hulk. I think it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to seeing Matt Murdock, seeing them team up, maybe to fight the Wrecking Crew in Titania. That would be kind of cool to see.
I think what's going to happen is I think you're going to see Matt Murdock episode 5, but you want to see Daredevil to 6. I think when you see him, the whole episode is going to be just him, Matt Murdock. It'll be episode 6 by the time you see the whole with them, I guess, on a rooftop kind of deal together.
Yeah,
episode 6.
Yeah.
So,
so that's She-Hulk. I guess we're gonna jump into D23.
It's time because baby, D23 is this weekend, Saturday, and
technically Friday.
Well, it starts Friday afternoon.
Tomorrow.
But the bombs, that shit is dropping Saturday.
Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
That's right, baby. So if you guys listen, just be on Twitter, be on all social media because it's going down. So many rumors will finally get answered. Yep. So we're gonna talk about those rumors, talk about what we think, and we can just jump into it. And for me, the big one's gonna probably be, fingers crossed, is Deadpool 3. Ryan Reynolds come out in a Deadpool suit, or just singing. Ryan Reynolds with Celine Dion playing in the background, oh, it's confirmed. Don't announce it.
Yeah,
he's here. We know. Just tell us a date. We'll be there. So I think that's gonna be one of the big ones announced.
Yeah.
is Deadpool 3.
Well, yeah, I'm excited for Deadpool 3. Obviously we see that Disney is not shy of the rated R stuff. Obviously they have Deadpool on the streaming service now, along with Logan, and so they have other studios that they own that make rated R movies, so we shouldn't be surprised to see this stuff. But obviously because it is tied to Disney, people are like, oh, they're gonna do it, but it can be done. It can be done.
Yes.
And it's gonna be associated as Marvel, not really Disney. So I'm looking forward to Deadpool 3. I'm interested to see where they take the story. I would love for them to do something with the Blip.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Or if not the Blip, then something with No Way Home and the multiverse being cut open. Something clever. I'm sure they'll have some. Sort of idea.
Definitely.
But yeah, so I'm interested in that. I mean, the other big rumor is the list of actors.
Yeah, let's go down the list.
So first and foremost, we got John Boyega, who is rumored to be cast in a Marvel Phase 5 film, along with, I think this was a no-brainer. People were waiting for this one at San Diego Comic-Con, but it just didn't come out, which was Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, baby. If that's number 2.
So we'll start with those two, but I think my 3 picks for John Boyega are Johnny Storm for Fantastic Four, Blue Marvel.
Okay, yeah.
And I didn't even mention this, but it popped into my head later on during the day. Iceman.
Okay.
We all know that we're going to get the mutant soon.
Yeah, make him X-Men.
Yeah, so those are my picks. I think it's a fantastic choice. He's an amazing actor. It'll give him time to really shine. I think he's got a bad taste in his mouth with Star Wars and how they treated his character, how he was basically supposed to be side by side with Rey and just got kind of thrown out the backside. So yeah.
I agree with you on those. I was telling him earlier, it could be Nova as well. They could probably go with something like that. Hell, if they wanted to, they could even make Henry Cavill an older version of Nova.
Yeah. I mean, it really could. I mean, he could, and going back to John Boyega, he could even be White Tiger for Black Panther.
That is true.
So
that is true.
There's a lot of possibilities. It's pretty exciting.
Hold on. Is it the same White Tiger from Falcon and Winter Soldier? You remember they went to that underground type society like.
Oh, in Madripoor.
Yeah, it didn't. Then the homeboy act like he was a white tiger. He was undercover with Sharon Carter.
I don't remember that.
You remember?
I might have to watch that again.
If
that's the case, then maybe he's not.
They went to that one bar, and so.
When Zemo was getting his dance on.
Yeah, and he had to drink that shot with like a worm in it, whatever kind of deal. He's like, well, I think he was like the white tiger. I think that was his. He played the white tiger.
Yeah,
I remember. I haven't looked that one up, but I think he did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, could be.
Well, he could be like you said, the real white tiger.
Yeah. It could just be a pseudonym or somebody trying to copycat. Happens all the time in comic books, so wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, we got that with the Mandarin.
Trevor,
the actor. Then the so-called real Mandarin.
Yeah, Wenwu and Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi, excuse me, pronunciation on that. Henry Cavill. I mean, my picks. I wanted him as Hercules, but I'm happy with who they got. But if not Hercules, Captain Britain is a big pick. If not, I mean, why not bring Superman to the MCU's version of Superman, which is Sentry?
Yeah.
So he could either be Sentry or he could be Hyperion. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting to see. However, no one's brought this up, but going back to the mutants. He could play Hank McCoy, the Beast.
That's different. Okay.
He could. He very well could be. I mean, it could be a loop, but you know, obviously the safe bet's going to be Captain Britain or Hyperion or Sentry. So we'll see. I mean, it's interesting to see what we're going to do.
And long shot Wolverine. Long shot.
I'm really holding out for Taron Egerton.
I am too, and his name has not been brought up at all.
If not Taron Egerton, then he's been on the fan list for a while too. Is Daniel Radcliffe as well, Harry Potter.
I can't see him playing Wolverine. I don't know. I can't.
A lot of people say they can't see it. I mean,
he is playing Weird Al.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, he's a fantastic actor.
Oh yeah,
I mean, he's got some other movies that he's done that he's been really great in. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. My money's on Taron Egerton to play Wolverine.
Same
Again,
here. Somebody
young that they can keep around for 10, 15, even 20 years to play these characters. I think is where is Marvel looking to go. So we got Jodie Comer from Killing Eve and The Last Duel, and what was the other movie we saw that she was in?
Oh, she was also to Free Guy.
Yeah.
So for her
that's Sue Storm.
Yeah, Sue Storm, and that one's been not confirmed, but everyone thinks like, yeah, that's already been that's been leaked out.
Yeah.
That's like maybe 85% for sure. It would be her as Sue Storm.
And I don't think that's a bad casting. I think that's great casting. Part of me kind of wished that we really would have gotten a real husband and wife duo.
Of course.
Which, again, on that list of rumors that they have nailed down for Phase 5, John Krasinski. We all know he'll be playing Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. So I'm looking forward to it. Who else do we got? Daisy Edgar Jones, which I'm not too familiar with. But we got Giancarlo Esposito.
Professor X, baby. Let's go.
Everybody knows him from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. The Mandalorian as Moff Gideon.
Far Cry,
yeah. So Professor X all the way.
X,
I think,
Professor X.
So I would love to see that. And then really, to me, kind of the not oddball, but what's the best word I can? Shocking.
Yeah.
Casting rumor is okay.
Mr.
Listen, you and me, Jake, you and me, Jake, right here, Jake, right now. Right now, Jake.
King Kong ain't got nothing on me. So yes,
Denzel Washington.
And I was telling him earlier, guys, just take this. Just think about this. Denzel Washington as a variant of Kane. Just think about that.
I did not think about that at all, but I think that that's a fantastic idea. I know the rumor mill going around is that he'll be, allegedly they were saying that he was going to play Blue Marvel, which to me didn't really make any sense. Obviously because of his age as an actor, as a man, as a human being, to keep around for 6-7 movies is not realistic to probably even what he wants to do as an actor.
Yeah.
But he could be playing the father to John Boyega, who becomes Blue Marvel, or maybe he takes over the mantle, or somehow he transfers his powers to him, or So
he could be the older Blue Beetle. Something happens to him and passes on to his son or whatever. Yep, yeah, that makes sense.
So
same thing as Black Panther. Kind of same thing. The dad, down to the son.
You know what's funny? We didn't talk about this last time.
What?
But Marvel kind of confirmed the fact that there are, there are multiple universes, the multiverse. There are multiple heavens. We saw the Egyptian heaven in Moon Knight.
Yeah.
We saw Valhalla in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, which dropped today.
On Disney Plus.
Disney Plus Day. Yeah.
And then the ancestral plane in Black Panther.
True.
So it just popped in my head right now. It's like it's funny. We didn't talk about that, but that's interesting that Marvel is going in that route. I think that's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. If you think when you put it all together, it's really cool. So I guess every superhero type has their own place where they go when they die. Kind of
yeah.
deal.
Yeah. So, very interesting. I thought that was cool. Sidebar. But what else? What other?
So that means that Iron Man he was regular heaven.
Yeah.
he
went to regular heaven.
And Black Widow went to regular heaven. like pretty white gates.
Yep.
There you go.
Or did Black Widow go to heaven? She had a lot of red in her ledger. And the only reason I say that is because I hated that line throughout all of the first Avengers movie. She said it like 5 times. I got red in my ledger. I got red in my ledger. I got red in my ledger. So even when Loki was like, "Just so much red in your leather."
Yeah.
I just sidebar, but
she could be with Lucifer Morningstar, with the Sandman. Somewhere with the demons down there.
Yeah.
Somewhere down there. No, who knows?
Nah, she was a good guy. She went to the pearly gate.
So we got those. Couple things from I see when it comes to trailers. This is all rumors. Once again, people they're mentioning a possible second trailer for Black Panther. Possible for a movie announcement. Maybe Scarlet Witch.
And we talked about this before we went on, but I hope they don't do a Scarlet Witch movie. And here's my reason, folks. She died, allegedly, right, in comic books.
Allegedly.
In comic books, it's always allegedly. But at this point, why would we need a Scarlet Witch movie?
Yeah.
At this point...
That's more fanfare at this point.
Yeah, I just think that's somebody reaching and spreading that rumor out. And not that I wouldn't mind a Scarlet Witch movie. It just, again, like I said a couple of shows ago, it just has to make sense. I was really worried about She-Hulk. I didn't know if they were going to get the actual culture of that comic book, and they have nailed it. So I could forgive a lot of things when you nail something, when you nail the source material. So
true.
What else? Another rumor we saw earlier is a possible announcement of another Spider-Man movie, but I think that's further down the line. I think maybe Phase 6.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of open space in Phase 6.
Oh, I was playing with Phase 7.
Yeah, so.
I'm trying to see here. Anything else? Those kind of are the main stuff.
I know Friday night is the Disney stuff. There's a possibility we could get finally our first teaser for the Little Mermaid live-action movie.
That'd be nice because I've been waiting to see that for a while now. Like, they need to drop that trailer, that teaser trailer. Finally, they need to drop that seriously. Because I've been kind of excited to see that as well.
Well, aside from Marvel, we also have Lucasfilm on Saturday. So we know for sure we're probably going to get some more Andor stuff. We're going to get some more stuff about the Acolyte. A lot of people say that they might announce Kenobi Season 2. I really hope there's not another Season 2. I think it ended perfectly where it was. We don't need to see... I mean, truly, what would Season 2 be about? I mean, if it's going to be the same thing of Vader trying to find him, or then how many times did they fight before Episode 4? Right. And again, if you're going to do the season about him training with Qui-Gon, I mean, I'd much rather see that in the comic book form. They have Star Wars comics going on right now. There's an actual Obi-Wan comic miniseries going on right now as well, too. So that would be the perfect avenue to do that. So that, to me, I think season Obi-Wan Kenobi, I think that's done. But I wouldn't be surprised if we finally don't get a Mandalorian trailer. I know they had one at San Diego Comic-Con, but it didn't go online. It didn't release it, so maybe we get that one.
That'd be cool, finally, because that's dropping next year, right? Was it next year?
Well, they're saying it's going to be January 2023, but you know, who knows? We might get it early. Maybe we get it December. Maybe we get a nice Christmas present from Disney this year. But I think the one thing that they're really going to announce is, and we didn't talk about this, but
what?
Bum, bada bum, bada bum bum bum, bum bada bum, bum bada.
I would. That alone, because technically that'd be under Lucasfilms.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Dr. Jones!
Wow. Dr. Jones!
Small Fry. Give it up for Small Fry. I mean, from Indiana Jones to Goonies to making a huge comeback, and in my opinion, an Oscar-worthy performance in Everything All Together All at Once.
Yeah.
He played the husband.
Some long-ass name.
Everything Everywhere. Everything Everywhere All at Once, I believe. I know I'm probably butchering that title, but I swear I've seen that movie. He was amazing, and he took a very long hiatus from acting. So for him to come back and give such an amazing performance, I mean, truly. So I would love to see him in some way, shape, or form involved in Indy.
That'd be cool.
6?
I've lost count.
Oh, 5. Indy 5.
Yeah, I lost count of Indiana Jones. And yeah, that would not surprise me at all if they showed a teaser trailer. Because honestly, okay. Let me go on my rant now about Indiana Jones. Alright.
Come on, bro.
Fucking Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skulls. Okay, this fucking movie here. I remember watching this movie in the theater. Mm-hmm. The first hour of that movie was amazing. It really is. The first hour is like, this shit's really good.
The first 15 minutes when they were in Area 51.
Yeah, like literally.
And you see the box that says the Ark of the Covenant on it, and you're like, oh, that's where that's at.
Yeah, like,
and you know all these different things, like.
Yeah, it started so good. Like I was literally up there watching. I'm like, this shit's really good. Up until the last hour of that fucking movie happened, I was like, oh, it literally jumped off the rails. That train went down so fast in the blaze of glory. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It felt like watching two different movies.
Yeah, it felt like...
Oh my god. Like,
it felt like Indiana Jones meets Jurassic Park, for sure. It was...
Lord.
And not in a good way either.
No. It was just... Oh, I was like, what? I remember watching that movie. I was like, I'm about to walk out. I'm literally about to walk out of this damn movie.
Yeah, it seemed like they didn't know where they were going to go with that movie at all. Like, they had the idea... But it wasn't fleshed out, and it was like, we got to get this movie out.
It was like
it seemed
Steven Spielberg
rushed.
filmed the first half of the movie. Second half, he's like, okay, I'm done. Someone else finish off. I can take care of some other shit, whatever kind of deal. Because, oh my God, if you watch that movie, watch the first hour, don't watch shit else.
Yeah.
Just let your imagination.
There was just a lot of creative choices, like
Yeah.
with Shia LaBeouf's character being called, his name was Mud. Like not even a nickname. Like that was his name, Mud. Right? Wasn't it like Mud or something like that? Grease or some shit? I mean, I think there were some things that I really liked about that movie. Like I said, the first hour, there's a couple little scenes here and there when he was. I really dug when they were going through the temple, and he was like, "Come on, kid," and he was like showing him how to like go through like the traps and stuff like that. That was really cool. In my opinion, that's where they should have just gave the baton to either Shia LaBeouf or recast or
Mutt Williams.
Yeah.
That is some country fucking shit like that. I totally did not remember that. Thank God I didn't. Mutt. Hey, Mutt. Yes, Mr. Jones? Come here, boy. Let me show you how to get through these traps, boy.
Not even Mr. Jones. He didn't even like him. He didn't respect him until the end of the movie. But yeah, no. So we should see Indy 5. Hopefully they can bounce back and we just forget about Indy 4 never existing. So yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, we'll just go from there. You know, just go from there.
Well,
I'm trying to think. They got to talk about games on Friday.
Yeah.
Animation, Pixar. So they're gonna talk about a lot of Pixar on Friday night. Hold on. Is it just me, or has Pixar lost its touch when it comes to movies? Lost its, I guess, gravitas of like just being a good movie? Cause
a movie studio.
Yeah, because like okay, so
I will say that.
Go ahead. Yeah, because I remember when you watch back in the day when a Pixar movie came out at the theaters, you had to go see it.
Yeah,
you just had to. Now it's like, I can wait, which is weird because the last 3 movies of Pixar was Lightyear, which I actually liked Lightyear. A lot of people didn't. I get why, but if you have to watch it and just don't overthink it. Lightyear is not that bad a movie. Like once again, it's not a movie. First part of the movie is actually good. That shit derails the very end. That's another thing too. That's another one. Turning Red. I like Turning Red.
Yeah, Turning Red was good.
I enjoyed Turning Red. People was pissed off because of a young girl not listening to her parents and she's going through puberty and other shit. We all fucking been there, people. Just get over it. Come on now. Like,
it's life.
Like, it's life, and when you have kids, your kids gonna have their own opinions about shit. Like, you gotta let them be themselves. You know, people
don't act like you weren't drooling over Elvis Presley,
right?
You know, just like your daughter was drooling over Eddie Van Halen, and my daughter is gonna drool over whoever. It's just gonna happen. This is how the world works.
Yeah, and then before that was Soul Man, I think. Before turning Soul Man, Soul. Same black guys, same difference.
Oh my lord.
Same difference. And I like Soul. I enjoyed Soul, honestly. They did they officially announce it? Inside Out 2? I think they did.
Yeah.
They officially announced Inside Out 2. So it's something, I don't know. Pixar.
To me, I think Pixar has fallen a little bit, while Disney Animation has kind of kicked it up a notch.
Yes.
Because Disney's movies have been a lot better. Like, you know, obviously we had, oh my god, now I can't think about it. Encanto, which was a smash hit.
Yes. Coco.
Coco.
Loved it.
Coco was Pixar.
Was Pixar?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So. But yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. Yeah. I feel like Pixar has lost its... And the reason I say this, okay, is... I don't know about you, but Netflix and Apple Plus have some of their own animated movies that are fantastic. I mean, just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Luck is really good on Apple Plus.
Have you seen it?
It's really good, dude. It's really, really good.
I don't have Apple Plus, Apple TV, Apple anything, so...
That's really, really good. Netflix had Over the Moon, which to me, when that, and it was nominated for Best Animated Feature at the Oscars that year, but to me, I thought it was better than the whatever Disney movie won, I think. I forgot what it was that year. Fantastic movie. Over the Moon is probably one of the best animated movies I've seen in probably like the last 5 or 6 years, for sure.
Okay.
Wish Dragon is really, really good. It's also on Netflix. It's not an animated movie, but it just recently came out. It's a four-part miniseries. I don't know if you've seen the trailers for this. It's called Lost Ollie. It's based off of a book. Oh, dude. Bruh. I'm a softie. You already know.
Yeah.
But that movie pulls on your heartstrings. Oh, man. That movie's fantastic. It's a live-action movie with animated figures. It's about this little boy who loses his stuffed rabbit named Ollie.
Okay.
While that happens, there's a lot of like real people drama going on. The mother's sick. The dad wants him to grow up. The mother wants him to stay kind of like in his imagination. Don't, even though I'm dying, blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. All the while, the toy. It's very much like, to me, it was like a new version of Toy Story, because you had the toys trying to like he runs into another toy who helps him on his quest to get back to his owner.
Okay.
Like Toy Story,
right?
Right.
Yeah.
And they meet up with another toy along the way. But then you get the background of what you don't see in Toy Story with the family, and like how that kind of it all blends together.
I got
you. Dude, it's a fantastic watch. I mean, it's technically a 4-hour movie because it is like each part is about an hour, but it's fantastic. It was probably one of the highlights of 2022 so far for me.
That's cool.
As far as for Netflix, but
yeah, I'm gonna check that one out.
But Over the Moon, fantastic. Wish Dragon, fantastic. Luck on Apple is really good. Even their other animated movie, I can't remember what it is. It's based off of a Celtic folklore about this girl that can transform into a fox or a wolf or something like that. But that's really, really good too.
As long as it's not Brave.
I like Brave. Brave was good. Brave, you know why you don't like Brave? Because you're not a girl. Brave is a mother-daughter movie.
True.
It was specifically made for mothers and daughters.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I was like, okay. I guess it's this. I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll roll with that. I'll roll with that answer, honestly. I'll roll with that. So I can see that. So.
Man, I think that's it. I think we hit the gambit on that.
Yeah, on a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Trying to think anything else. Rick and Morty, episode 1 came out. Oh, now I did see the notice on that one.
Yeah.
On that one, so
the rumor is that this evil Rick.
Yes.
This new evil Rick. And I don't know
which is the original Rick, Morty's original Rick.
Yes.
Yes.
From season 1.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And so okay, so if you guys, I don't know if you guys have watched, or if you have, episode 1 of season 6 of Rick and Morty dropped this past weekend, Labor Day weekend. And once again, this is all spoilers kind of deal, so if you watch it, once everything happens,
Evil Morty opened up the tunnel, the nice little end game.
Yeah,
homage in the beginning.
The Iron Man thing.
Yeah.
The Iron Man thing.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, and what I was gonna say was, damn it. Okay, I thought they already died. I guess the family killed them, and that's when Beth was like, "How did they die?" More like by natural causes, whatever. When we went back, we had to go find a different timeline.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they actually went back and killed them to live at that timeline.
Yeah.
And they all buried them. To me, this part was fucking hilarious. Yeah, they say Polynesian weird here. They
no, not Polynesian.
Parmesan. Yeah.
Parisian.
Parisian. Yeah. Yeah, she was hilarious. They say Parmesan here. Polynesian, like it's like, oh god, like really, like yeah. And you see more as like
cheese Rick.
Yeah, that shit was funny. And of course, more Marvel in that one.
Yeah.
She got her little X-23 claws.
Oh yeah, you gotta get kick-ass Wolverine claws.
Right? And you see Thor's hammer, Magneto's helmet, Cyclops glasses. You had other stuff in the pretty much a vending machine.
Yeah,
which is hilarious.
So yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great start to the season. To me, it didn't hit as hard as some of the other ones have. Yeah. But it's definitely set up. I think now what they're starting to do, instead of just going on space adventures, right? That's kind of what's been the theme of the past seasons. Seems like season 5 and now it's 6. It's all an overarching story.
Yes, definitely overarching. There's a much bigger picture, a bigger problem that's the ride, and pretty much, I would not be surprised toward either the end of season 6 going to season 7. You have the original Evil Rick from season 1, and
he's technically not evil. It's just a Rick that was left for dead.
Dead, and he killed people. So, he's the big bad. He meets up with Morty, the evil Morty.
How much you want to bet that that's the original Morty?
That would not surprise me at all.
Because we don't know who evil Morty is. We just know that he was a Morty that got tired, that broke away from his Rick.
Yeah.
Well, allegedly.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Oh, and then also too, and
there's hardly any Ricks left, because evil Morty killed all the Ricks in the.
No, the space dead. Yeah. And Mortys, most of them are dead in space. But I totally on Nerdist, they pointed this out, which is pretty awesome. I saw it, I heard it, but I didn't put two together when toward the end they was like, hold on, you know our Jerry. They say, what Jerry are you? And they mentioned the was it Brigade or the location where they swapped Jerrys, and pretty much they actually showed back where they actually had the original Jerry. They swapped it for the wrong Jerry for season 2 Jerry. They actually had the real one, but they swapped it. It's like, oh no, you go with this one, and it was actually the season 2 Jerry.
Yeah.
And so that shit there, just the whole connection.
Yeah.
With that, and the little was it Goob the little that pretty much bit everybody and bit the whole world.
Yeah.
So that's actually a B movie. The name of that is actually a B movie.
Yeah.
It's called the Bloopy, something like that. But it's actually a B movie. It's an old B movie you can actually watch. I was like, oh, that was pretty interesting. that was some good shit right there. Like, I love Rick and Morty, so like small shit like that, like, fucking amuses me.
Yeah.
Like, when you go back and read more about it and that kind of deal. So, but that was a good shit though. But yeah, episode 2. Hope we get to see your girl go straight Bruce Willis, Die Hard type shit.
Beth?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the mom.
Summer.
Yeah.
Summer. It's about what you say? What the hog? Oh, Bruce Willis, little Die Hard. That shit was funny.
Well, folks, I think that's it for this week's episode. Sorry we took a little bit of a hiatus. We were both a little bit under the weather last week.
Yep, sure was.
Yeah, it's allergies here in Central Texas are no joke. Coupled with the spread of bronchitis and all other kind of stuff that's going on right now is no joke. So, but we're on the up and up. We're going to be coming back to you again in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks, and so we definitely talk about for sure then, because I'm probably won't watch it, but I know he is. Lord of the Rings. Of course, we both gonna watch House of the Dragon, and that crazy ass drama. Don't fuck them terriers, boy. That's some drama. Jesus Christ. They be going to some shit.
And you're coming in late because you never saw Game of Thrones.
No.
So you think that's drama?
Oh God. Like bro. Like, yeah, you talking in this all medieval talk. I know what the fuck you saying. Like, that's some mean shit you're talking about right now type of deal. So,
well, I do want to say one last thing before we get out, and it is about Lord of the Rings. Listen, I said this earlier. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, and they can have it. However, I don't know if you saw this, but there have been a lot of the actors in the Rings of Power that have totally removed themselves from social media because they're getting death threats about their portrayal. The fact that there's black people in Lord of the Rings.
same thing in House of Dragon.
Yeah, same thing in House of Dragon. Yes, very much so. Listen, people, it's freaking fantasy, which means it's not real. Okay? It's for entertainment. Take it for entertainment's sake. If you have that big of an issue, don't watch it. And keep your comments to yourself. There's no reason anybody should threaten anybody's life, whether you think it's funny or not, or where you're doing it behind the comfort of your home on a computer screen or a laptop or a tablet or your phone or whatever. It makes no difference. It's not tolerated at all. So shame on you guys, because to me, who is a diehard Lord of the Rings fan, I've read all the books. Matter of fact, I just started reading some of the books myself just to get myself back into some of the knowledge. And one of the first things we talked about, or at least I told you, was how everyone's like, oh, feminist stuff because they're going to make Galadriel the this, that, and the other. She's not even this strong, blah, 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 blah. These are people, like I said earlier, that have no idea what the source material is.
Yeah.
Like, Galadriel is a badass. She was compared in the text, in the Silmarillion, which was written by J.R.R. Tolkien, as being compared to the demigods of the Lord of the Rings lore. There was no other character besides Fingolfin, and I think maybe even a couple of other ones compared in that level. So, she's a badass. Mm-hmm. She's powerful. And by the end of the Lord of the Rings, at the end of the Return of the King, she's over 8,000 years old. So yeah, she's going to be badass. She's going to be powerful. She's going to have a lot of knowledge and experience. So, we'll talk more about that in the next episode. But, well, not about the hate that's going out, because I don't want to spread the hate. But we'll talk about the show. I'll give my thoughts, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. It's definitely, it is going to be hard because Amazon does not own the rights to Lord of the Rings. A lot of the characters that are in the show are made up. They're new. Yeah. They're not in the books. They're not in the source material to kind of move the story along. So there's some things that could be better. But listen, it's fantasy. It's made up. The world is filled with different people. So why shouldn't that world be? Okay? Peace, love, and happiness. That's going to be it for this week's show. We look forward to seeing you guys next time. Again, follow us on our social media, which will be down in the description below. Please like, subscribe, and share. We're trying to grow this community, trying to grow our show and our brand. We want to do it for you guys. We don't do this. We don't ask for donations. We don't do any of that stuff. We do this for fun. We're trying to do this the right way, and we want to grow with you guys and bring you along for the ride. So hopefully, maybe next time this year, or maybe the year after that, depends on how fast we can get out there. Maybe we're going to be at San Diego. Maybe we'll be at D23. Maybe we'll be at these events to kind of report live and give you, day 1, day 2, day 3 reviews.
Pretty much.
So, we're going to be here for you guys. We just need you guys' support. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. What can we do better? What do you like? What you don't like? And that'll do it. For me, I'm J Ru, the comic guru.
Kung Fu.
The great one.
The great one.
And I appreciate everybody. We love you guys. Peace and love. And we out.
Peace.
Man.